Hi, my dear friends. How's it going? I'm back with another cool video. Today we are going to learn 10 very useful idioms that you hear a lot in movies and daily conversations. But I've designed this video in a more challenging way. I'm going to ask you lots of questions. So here is what we are going to do. This is the first one. As you can see, there is a dialogue between two people, and there is an idiom in that dialogue. There are also three options, three choices. You need to guess which option means that idiom. The meaning of that idiom is in option A or B or C. For example, listen to the first one. The idiom is fly under the radar. Now listen to the dialogue. Does Mike still work here? B. Yeah, has been here for 4 years. A. Really? He totally flies under the radar. Now, what does it mean? Try to choose A, B, C, one of them. A. To avoid being noticed. B. To avoid responsibilities. C. To avoid talking to people. Which one do you think is the best choice? The meaning. You can think about it. Yeah, the correct answer is A. Fly under the radar. It means you behave in a way that you don't attract others' attention. Others don't notice you. Okay? It comes from a plane. When a plane is flying under the radar, it's flying low, so the radar can't see that plane, can't notice that plane. So when you act like this, that others don't see you, don't pay attention to you, that you don't attract others' attention, you fly under the radar. Here is another example. She likes to fly under the radar and avoid office gossip. Means in the office, everyone talks about everything, but she doesn't get involved because she likes to fly under the radar. So it was number one.
We can fly under the radar. We can fly under the radar.
Don't worry, we're flying under the radar.
What is it?
Don't worry, we're flying under the radar.
What is it?
Look, just let me fly under the radar. Look, just let me fly under the radar.
Number two, the idiom is jump the gun. Can you guess the meaning, jump the gun? No, this is the first time you hear this. The dialogue. A. Why did you send the announcement? B. Wasn't the decision final? A. No, you jumped the gun. Now, what does it mean? A. To make a decision alone. B. To act too early. And C. To react emotionally. Which one do you think is that has the best meaning, the closest meaning to jump the gun? Think about it. Well, the best answer is B. Jump the gun. When you jump the gun, it means you act too early. You rush. You do something in a hurry. You do something before its right time. It wasn't a good time. It was too early, but you made the announcement. You sent that message. You should have waited more for that. That was early. You jumped the gun. Another example. Don't jump the gun. We haven't heard back yet. We haven't heard back from them yet. We're still waiting for them. So don't jump the gun. Don't do anything. It's too early to do something. Okay? Jump the gun.
Sorry, I jumped the gun there. Sorry, I jumped the gun there.
You jumped the gun again. You jumped the gun again.
We're jumping the gun. We're jumping the gun.
Number three, go with the flow. This one is easier. You can guess the meaning. Go with the flow. Now, the dialogue. What's our plan for tomorrow? B, no idea. We'll just go with the flow. So, go with the flow means A, to let things happen naturally. To follow other people's, to follow other people's orders and to avoid making decisions. Well, The choices are close, but I think you might be able to guess the correct answer. Think about it. Well, the correct answer is A. To go with the flow means when you don't have a plan, you don't have a schedule for something. You just let it happen naturally. Okay, so to accept things as they are, to accept things as they happen. You don't have any plans for that. So it means go with the flow. There's a flow of water, for example, and you go with it. You don't try to change anything. You don't make any decisions about it. Another example, we didn't make a schedule. We just went with the flow. Yesterday, we had a party, we had a gathering, but we didn't make a schedule. We didn't have a plan. We just went with the flow.
I just go with the flow. I just go with the flow.
Just gonna go with the flow. Just gonna go with the flow.
Number 4, drop the ball. The dialogue. A. Did Chris book the hotel? B. Nope. He completely dropped the ball. Now, what does it mean? A. To forget an important responsibility. B. To change a plan unexpectedly. And C. To make a huge mistake. This one is easy. I think you are able to guess. Think about it. The answer is A. To drop the ball means you have a very important responsibility. You are expected to do something very important, but you don't. You fail to do it. You can't do it for any reason. So when you fail to do something very important, you fail to do your responsibilities, you drop the ball. Another example. I dropped the ball and forgot her birthday. So I was going to call her, for example, or I was going to have a birthday party for her, but I dropped the ball. I forgot all about it.
But someone dropped the ball. But someone dropped the ball.
Let's drop the ball, okay?
Okay.
Let's drop the ball, okay?
Okay.
Number 5, hit a snag. What does it mean? Listen to the dialogue. A. Is everything ready for launch? It means launch means you start something. Is everything ready to start? To start the project? B. Almost. We hit a snag with the payment system. Now, A. To experience a delay. To face an unexpected problem. To receive bad news. Which one means hit a snag? Think about it. The answer is B. To hit a snag means to have an unexpected problem. To run into a problem. You're doing something, you're ready to start something, you suddenly hit a snag. Suddenly something comes up. An unexpected problem happens, comes up. Another example. We hit a snag while applying for the visa. We were applying for our visa, but we ran into a problem. We hit a snag.
I, however, hit a small snag. I, however, hit a small snag.
We've hit a bit of a snag. We've hit a bit of a snag.
But I had an unexpected snag. But I had an unexpected snag.
Number 6, push your luck. Push your luck. The dialogue. A. The boss already let you leave early. B. Maybe I'll ask for tomorrow off too. A. Don't push your luck. What does that mean? The choice is A. To expect too much. B. To ask for a special treatment. C. To take advantage of a good situation too far. The options are very close and it's a bit tricky. So think about it. The correct answer is C. When you push your luck, it means that you think you are lucky and you take too many risks. You push your luck. You overuse your luck because you think you're always lucky and you can always make things happen. But sometimes you overuse it. It's more than enough. So you push your luck. To take too many risks or ask for too much. So you're asking the boss for too much. Can I go early today? Can I have a day off next week? So because the boss agrees with you, you think you're lucky, but maybe he for next time he doesn't accept it. So don't push your luck. Example, you already got one warning from the police, for example. You already got one warning from the police. Don't push your luck. Don't think that you're always lucky. This is the meaning.
Don't push your luck. Don't push your luck.
Don't push your luck. Don't push your luck.
You're pushing your luck, my dear. You're pushing your luck, my dear.
7. Rub it in. Rub it in. Rub it in. Dialogue. A. I know I missed the shot. B. Well, everyone saw it. A. Stop rubbing it in. Stop rubbing it in. What does it mean? A. To criticize someone repeatedly. B. To remind someone of a mistake or failure. C. To make someone feel guilty. Again, this one is tricky. The choices are very close. Think about it. The correct answer is B. To rub it in means someone made a mistake, someone had a failure, and you keep repeating that. You keep saying that. You keep reminding them of that mistake, of that failure. You couldn't do it. You failed the exam. You couldn't pass the exam. You rub it in. Oh, please stop rubbing it in. Please don't. Please stop repeating my failure. Okay? Example, I know I lost. Oh, I know I lost. Stop rubbing it in. Stop rubbing it in. I know I lost. Stop repeating.
Must you rub it in? Must you rub it in?
Dave, don't rub it in. Dave, don't rub it in.
Yeah, don't rub it in. Yeah, don't rub it in.
8. Put your foot in your mouth. What does it mean? Put your foot in your mouth. What does it mean? The dialogue. A. How was your dinner? B. Terrible. I asked her how her husband was. A. Aren't they divorced? B. Yep. I put my foot in my mouth. What does it mean? A. To reveal a secret accidentally. Reveal, give away a secret. B. To interrupt someone rudely. C. To say something embarrassing without meaning to. So, put your foot in your mouth. Think about it. The answer is C. When you say, I put my foot in my mouth, it means I said something or I did something and it was very embarrassing. I didn't mean to. I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to say that. I didn't mean to. But in the end, it turned out to be very embarrassing. I ended up being embarrassed. I felt embarrassed, or the situation was awkward. So listen to this example. I put my foot in my mouth by asking her age. You asked someone, for example, someone's dad is dead. You don't know her father is dead. And you say, so how's your father? This is very embarrassing, okay, because his or her father is dead. So in this situations, when you make a mistake like this and you are embarrassed, it's embarrassing, you can say, I put my foot in my mouth.
I always seem to put my foot in my mouth. I always seem to put my foot in my mouth.
Worry about putting your foot in your mouth. Worry about putting your foot in your mouth.
You put your foot in your mouth. You put your foot in your mouth.
Number 9, bail on someone. This one is easy, you can answer it. A, where's Kevin? B, he texted me 10 minutes ago. A, let me guess, he bailed on us again. So the choice is A, to leave unexpectedly after making plans, to arrive much later than expected, you are always late. C, to refuse to help someone. Now think about it, which one is the correct answer? The answer is A. When you bail on someone, it means you cancel a plan unexpectedly. For example, I had a date last night with Mary. I was waiting for Mary in a coffee shop, but she didn't show up. She didn't come. She didn't come to the date. She didn't tell me anything, but she didn't show up. So she bailed on me. You bail on somebody, you cancel a meeting or something unexpectedly, and you don't let them know, or you let them know too late. bail on somebody. Example, she bailed on me at the last minute. It means we had a date, but at the last minute, she canceled the date. She texted me and she said, I'm not coming. So she bailed on me.
Bailing on me again? Bailing on me again?
You're bailing on us? You're bailing on us?
You bailed on me. You bailed on me.
Number 10, the last one. Take the edge off. The dialogue. A, rough day. It means you had a rough day. B, yeah, I'm having some tea to take the edge off. A, to distract yourself from a problem. B, to reduce the intensity of something unpleasant. C, to improve your mood completely. Think about it. Which one is the best answer? The best answer is B. To take the edge off means you are very stressed, you have a very difficult situation, you are under a lot of pressure, and then you do something to make it less strong, to reduce the stress, to reduce the pain, the pressure. So when you do that, you take the edge off. Take the edge off, okay? It means to make a pain or stress or discomfort less strong. Example, a short walk helped take the edge off my stress. It means I was very stressed. I took a short walk and it took the edge off. It helped me take the edge off.
Take the edge off?
Yeah.
Take the edge off?
Yeah.
It just takes the edge off. It just takes the edge off.
Here, this'll take the edge off. What? Here, this'll take the edge off. What?
So we learned 10 very useful idioms. Now I have the main challenges here. I'm gonna give you some more questions. Try to answer 5 questions. And then in the comment section, let me know how many correct answers you had. Number 1, I was waiting for you, but you, A or B? You, A, bailed on me. 2, Jack and Jim. Jack, but we don't have a plan yet. Jim, don't worry. Well, A or B? B, go with the flow. We'll go with the flow. It means we don't need a plan. C, we had to stop the project because we, A or B? A, hit a bit of a snag. It means we had a little problem. We had a little unexpected problem. Drop the ball. B means you failed to do something very important. So the answer is A. Number 4, Mary, you shouldn't have told her. Jane, sorry, I think I, A or B? I, B, I jumped the gun. Means to act too quickly, to act before the right time. And 5, you'd asked me to finish the report by Friday, but I, A or B? I, B, dropped the ball. I failed to do something very important. Okay, it was 10 useful idioms from movies. You hear them a lot in movies and everyday conversations, and it was like a challenge for you. So I'll type them here, all of them all together, so you can take a screenshot and review it tomorrow and the day after tomorrow. You need to review them a couple of times so you can activate them in your mind. They become active here and you can use them in your speaking. So take a screenshot and review them. I hope you enjoyed this video. Take care. See you soon.